so long. You're all that I see.
After successful completion of some boat repairs over the last week, today we're continuing with the more fun part of travel by boat. We're super excited to explore a new part of the island, high up on the north side where the plantations and chocolate factories are. Our friends who live here in Grenada will be our tour guides and have sweetly offered to take us on a long 3-hour round-trip drive. The plan is to take a tour of one of Grenada's largest chocolate factories, Belmont, and for this occasion we've dressed up in the usual swimwear or hiking clothes, which is the standard cruiser attire.
Not gonna lie, it feels weird.
Once on the road, we first make a pit stop for some freshly made mango ice cream.
We have 2 ice creams.
Belmont Estate produces high-quality organic chocolate made with the Trinitario-type cocoa bean grown on their farms. They were the first local company to do so, as prior to 2003, all cocoa beans grown in Grenada were exported for international use. Since it was first established as a plantation in the 1600s, Belmont has been involved in agriculture, initially producing sugarcane and coffee and later cocoa, nutmegs, and bananas. In addition, today Belmont also has a small goat dairy that produces high-quality soft cheese. Today we're going to tour the estate and learn how chocolate is produced. First, we're given a lesson about the variety of Grenada's native fruits and vegetables, many of which grow in abundance on the estate. Grenada's lush, tropical rainforest is simply so fertile that if a seed is planted, whether intentionally or not, it will grow. Next, we move on to the chocolate, which is produced in small batches, all the way from plant to bean to chocolate as we know it. Outside, I get to feel the cocoa beans underfoot. Here, they've already fermented and then dried in the sun, a process that takes weeks. After the tour, we spend some time with the animals before heading home. The estate is home to some cute tortoises, and I'm smitten. Today will be memorable. Leaving Belmont, our minds are full of fascinating new things we've learned, and our senses have been satiated by the beauty of the estate, the taste of rich chocolate, and the aroma of cocoa beans wafting through the air. It's the next day, and we're back to work on repairs again.
So what do you have set up here?
So we got the hydraulic backstay adjuster back. They put a new gasket in. You can see the cork gasket here. We leaked all the fluid out on the transatlantic. But unfortunately when they gave it to us, this was all the way in. And our rod rigging is set up a little shorter than that. So I'm now trying to grind this back out because I couldn't generate enough pressure by hand. But with winches, it seems to be pretty easy.
For the non-sailors, the backstay is the back wire that holds up the mast. This device adjusts the tension.
Okay, so now we get the top pin. I labeled these pins top and bottom. This is our top one. So this goes. This is the fun part when these things come back and they just don't quite get in. Like I need like an inch or two. I have a hurt shoulder right now. I feel like if I had never hurt shoulder, I could just manhandle this thing in.
Yeah, but there has to be another way to do this. Like, that can't be... How would a rigger do this?
At the prompting of my wife, instead of relying on brawn, I use my brain and loosen the turnbuckle in order to give me more play.
Good. Getting there.
Look at all this fancy new bling we got. We are replacing our Traveler. We just have all new blocks and should be much lower friction system and much more robust than our old one.
Do that now, honey.
Making a mess. I hate doing this stuff.
What are you doing besides making a mess?
Doing all the new access ports for screws for the new Traveler.
What are you doing now, babe?
I am mixing epoxy to seal the old holes for the old Traveler.
Once we finished sealing the holes, we got the Traveler cut to size.
Wow, that is
Christmas and Calico skies. Package has arrived, so we're getting a whole bunch of fun stuff. We're getting a new TV because our TV is broken. We have this big spot in the screen, it doesn't work anymore. Bill is going to pick up our package now. Let me see this. Oh, that's a beautiful shape.
Like our New York City apartment again.
Oh my god. Wow. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Holy exciting. Oh, is that my hot water heater thing?
Supposedly we remove the sticks in the tank, and then we take the dump load off the wind generator and pop it on here.
So the non-untechnical translation of what he just said is that I might get hot water soon, or eventually, because of this little piece of metal. And that could be the most exciting thing in this entire order. A lot of random stuff, kind of. Some kitchen stuff, frying pan. There could be another frying pan. Open those boxes, honey.
What is this? Oh, this one's here.
My frying pan?
Probably.
Oh, this is amazing. It's kind of a big handle, actually. I hope it will fit in our thing. Oh yeah. This is to replace the little crappy one that burns everything. So like shoe hanging things, I'm gonna try again to fix the mess that is our shoe area underneath the earth. Should be interesting. We got a mouse, just to make my life easier. Working on video, a lot of good stuff. Now we just have to find somewhere to put it.
Always one stripped screw away from the disaster.
I like that we assumed it wasn't going to be stripped.
I mean, it's just a TV mount. How does it get stripped?
Without this mount, we can't watch this TV. If you weren't motivated enough already.
I don't understand what could possibly be stuck internally. I think it's outside. It's way easier.
So here is one of the fruits of our Amazon order. New TV. So our old TV used to be here. And then we would sit to watch it. So one person there, one person there. But see, you can't really like stretch out. So we'll have the idea to put the TV here so that one person can lie here, one person can lie here. That is gonna be so nice on Passage.
We can put our radar up there too and everything.
Yeah, and then we just like, you can see it from everywhere too. Like you can just stick your head down. Several garbage runs later, we'd call this Amazon order a success. So we're waiting for our friend Karen to pick us up, and we are headed to the rum distillery, one of the rum distilleries today here in Grenada. We're pretty excited about this. We wanted to do it for a while.
Yep.
Pretty much since we got here was one of the things we wanted to do. It's supposed to be pretty strong.
Barely legal. Like
Yeah.
moonshine. They can't export it.
Banned for export, yeah. So it's like 70 or 80 or 90 or some kind of proof. Are you as excited as I am?
Mm-hmm.
Just hiding it, right?
Yeah. Masked emotions.
We've had a lot of boat repairs to do here in Grenada, primarily because of the breakages we incurred on the passage here from Europe, but also due to regular wear and tear over time. So we've ended up with a lot of work on our hands, but it's also important that we balance it with exploring the island and spending time with our friends while we're here. After the long drive to the rum factory, it turns out the guided tours are finished for the day, but thankfully the property is still open and we opt for a self-guided tour of the factory instead. Established in 1785, River Antoine Estate is the oldest functioning water wheel distillery in the Western Hemisphere. As we walk through the property, it's like stepping back into time. As we learn by reading the plaques posted throughout the factory, the rum is made from the local sugarcane, and virtually every part of the process is completed by hand, with the exception of the final stage of capping the bottles. The sugar cane is first crushed by the mechanical energy captured by the water wheel. The wheel runs for several hours a day, and it takes 3 days to crush enough sugar cane for one batch. Once the sugarcane is crushed and its juice extracted, the discarded pieces of sugarcane plant are loaded into an old box cart. The cart is then pushed down a track and emptied to join the other overflowing piles left to dry in the hot sun. The crushed sugarcane is called bagasse and is not wasted. It provides energy to the boiler house and is also used as mulch for the plantation soil. Finally, the juice is heated to a thick syrup and then allowed to ferment for over a week before it is bottled.
So really excited today for our tour of the island. Filming a lot, pictures and content. There's also, I knew I was forgetting something, there's supposed to be a petting zoo, which just is very exciting because that could mean that they have monkeys. I forgot about the petting zoo. That's why I agreed to do the nice lunch, because we don't really do nice anything anymore. So that's the other thing we're doing. Petting zoo. I'm coming for you.
Hi